What's going on? What's happening? What's the good word, YouTube? What's the good word? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So listen, man, yesterday we had a doozy of a time, man. We had a doozy of a time trying to get this scene in Blender and in DaVinci just kind of formulated. And I found out a couple things too. I found out a couple things after doing some research last night. One of the things that I found out was that I have to make sure that the camera scale is the same when I export from Fusion to Blender. I don't know. My brain was fried. I couldn't think of that last night. I couldn't think to make sure that the scale was the same. I couldn't think to make sure that, that the focal length was the same. I didn't even think of that. Why didn't I think of that, right? So today, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this right today. We're gonna get this right. So one thing that I did kind of, pre-stream, I kind of leveled out that ground plane from what we were working on yesterday. If you don't know what we're working on, I am trying to, I'm working on actually a scene from a music video where I will be placing myself like on a 3D motorcycle floating type craft, right? So just kind of looking at the scene, we'll go to this menu here. Give me 1 second. We'll go to the edit menu and just kind of look at it. I will take out this magic mask and I'll take out this delta keyer and we'll just kind of check out the scene. So this clip is a waist down shot of basically me getting on this crafted bike, this crafted hover bike type machine. And so basically it's just from the waist down, and it's just supposed to be a shot of me getting on this bike, right? Now this bike, don't laugh at this bike, because this bike now, once again, I told y'all yesterday, if you were here yesterday, I told you yesterday, this bike is literally made up of an office chair, some rebar, a dip bar, and a weight bench. Look like a motorcycle to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look like a motorcycle to me. So at the end of the day, we crafting something. We making something. So yeah, let's get back to it. Let's jump back into it. We're right here on this scene, waist down shot. What we did yesterday was we camera tracked it. We started off with the magic mask. We added in the delta keyer, and we also added in the second delta keyer to take out the blue. Not really necessary for what I'm trying to do at this very moment. But after we camera tracked it, we went into the 3D scene. Give me 1 second. Let's get some more real estate here. We went into the 3D scene and we exported the point cloud to Blender. So we were able to export the track camera and the point cloud to Blender. So that worked well for us. But the problem that the one thing that I did not do, the one thing I did not think to do was to actually go to that camera tracker node, which is here, and then go over and look at my actual focal length, which is 21.45. So if I load up this same FBX inside of Blender, we'll import that camera track. Let me see, Blender, motorcycle scene. Another thing I learned, scale 100, right? Apply transform. And that will show up pretty much the same size as, the camera will show up to pretty much the same size as what it was in DaVinci. So I'm gonna get this motorcycle out of here for right now. I'm gonna delete it. Get that up out of here for right now, because I want to really work with this camera and this point cloud and really get this stuff right. So as we can see, the camera is moving in 3D space. I do have a point cloud. I also have a ground plane. I don't need neither one of these. I don't need the ground plane or this moving target thingy here. I don't really need either one of them. So, stayed up last night watching your stream. Blender didn't want you to be great. At all. At all. I am for Cirque. Or I am Fraser K. I am Fraser K. Yeah, no, it did not want me to be great. It did not want me to be great. I got frazzled. I was like, yeah. At the end of the day, we're going to get it right today, though. We're going to get it right. This scene will be done today. So, yeah, we got the point cloud in. But if I look at this camera and I go over to the focal length, look at the big difference here. This is the major difference in what was stopping me yesterday. This is the major difference. This focal length over here is at 34.89 millimeters. But if we look at it in Fusion, 21.45 millimeters. I could not figure that out to save my life yesterday. I could not figure that out to save my life. So if we change this to 21.45, now we should have the correct focal length. Everything should kind of match up, and I should be able to play it back and finally be great. Finally be great. MLSW-HOV. Yes, H6V. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all was really okay. All right. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. But you know, I'm not embarrassed about the stream last night. I'm not embarrassed about it, you know, because like I said, we're learning out loud. You know, I don't have all the answers. I don't, you know, I don't profess to be like a Blender guru or a Fusion guru. It's all about learning together for me. You know, I feel like we're finding that community, you know, so major shout out to Fraser K, major shout out to MSLW-H6V, major shout out to y'all. Major shout out to my boy Nikki's 425 or Nikki's 25 from yesterday. He was in the chat helping us out, you know what I'm saying, getting us together, you know what I'm saying. So major shout out to all of y'all. You know, we learning together. All right, so let's try to get this. Let's try to do it. Like, why not? Like, why waste time, right? We're in EV, right? Let's go ahead and we got some daylight. We're trying to learn through you. Hey, each one teach one. That's how I go. Each one teach one. All right, so we are going to, I'm going to import the background images to this camera. We're going to add it. I'm going to open it. Motorcycle scene. And I'm just going to bring in, the actual footage. I'm not going to bring in the alpha just yet. I'm going to bring in the actual footage, and we're going to just put that on the back of the camera. Let me see how we can look at this. Which one of these is going to have it? Which one of these is going to do it for me? Cyclic. There we go. No problem, man. I admire you for hanging in there last night. Hey, man, listen, it's never gonna be perfect, man. I thank you for tuning in, for sure. Definitely. All right, let's see what we got here. So we don't need this ground plane. That's first and foremost. Oh, actually, let's keep the ground plane for 1 second. I am gonna go to the timeline. And I'm going to, okay, so it must be what we're dealing with now is the camera, the background image, the frames. There we go. It's supposed to be 551 frames. Don't offset. And there we go. Okay. Another thing is, if my keyframes are going outside the actual range of the playback, then that would mean that possibly I'm in the wrong playback frame rate. So this one is 29.997. This one should be also 29.997. Let's see what I exported it as. I exported it as Actually, it's not even tied to a frame rate because they're EXR sequences. So it's not even tied to a frame rate. However, let me see here. I wonder if this will mess anything up. Now we're gonna go back to 29.997. We're not gonna play with that. I think it has a, why is it, that's kind of weird to me. 551 frames. We start at frame 1. Let's see here. All right, Blender 551. It has a 513 offset. Still did better than I would have. I would have given up a long time. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Give up. What is that? No, you can't do that. You gotta hang in there until the job is done. Until the job is done. All right, we can delete this ground plane now. Cool. All right, so we look kind of like we might be on track, right? So now I am going to, this is the scary part. So I'm going to bring in the asset from the asset browser. Go play outside. I am going to, oh, actually I already had one up here. Let's use that one. Probably better to, no, we'll use a new one because I don't know what I did to that yesterday, and I don't even want to deal with nothing that I did yesterday. Nothing that I did yesterday, I don't want to deal with it. We're gonna start everything anew, everything fresh. So let's grab Go Play Outside, and we're gonna put that in a completely different collection. I think that was also something else that we were dealing with yesterday. Okay, it's in the scene collection. Okay, that's cool. And then now we can engine, cylinder, lattice, and we can 0 and then rotate on the Z-axis because we kind of want to match this up to how we see. You see the angle? That's the angle that we want. That's the angle. Let's size it up some. Let's kind of tilt it. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna get this today. I tell you that much. Today is gonna be the day. And if I don't, guess what? We're gonna go until we do. But I'm gonna get it today. Today is the day. And I'm just kind of visualizing like where this will be in 3D space. I'm not really making any like real adjustments at the moment. Just kind of visualizing. So the zoom in does happen right there. Okay, cool. That's a good sign. All right, the zoom in does happen. Yesterday it was not moving very well along that y-axis. And I definitely believe it was because the focal length was off. The focal length was definitely off yesterday. So I'm going to remove my background image and I'm going to try to bring in the alpha plane of me getting onto the bike, and we'll try to line that up. And hopefully everything just works good. Hopefully it doesn't give me such a hard time. Hopefully it just, hey, you worked so hard last night. I'm going to work for you today. I'm going to get you together. Yeah, that would be dope. I appreciate you. Get me together, Blender. All right, so we're going to import that. Let's go over to the rendered view. Turn this into a shader editor real quick. We're going to go to cyclic, auto refresh, and we're going to change the color space to sRGB, which is Blender's native color space. We are going to now try to line it up a little bit. Let's see where we can get. So first off, I know I'm off because it's waist down. Not supposed to see the top of the This was the floor. Okay, we lined up a little bit with the tracking markers. Cool, cool. Little jacket flick. And now let's line up the bike. All right. Looks like I get on the bike about right there-ish. And I want this to have its own collection. Don't be tied to nothing. Give you your own collection. About right there-ish. Let's kind of line this up some more. Oh, we still got the same problem. Looks like we still got the same problem. Looks like it's still zooming. Look like it might still be zooming. If we're right here, handlebars are right there. Yep, we still got the same drift. Oh man, we still got the same drift, even with the focal length change. We still got the same drift. Okay. All right. So now we got to go into problem solving mode. We got to figure this out. We got 15 people. We got 15 people. Man, hi. How y'all doing? My name is Leon. Yeah, I'm struggling. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Blender right now. And I'm struggling. But we're going to learn together. We're going to figure this out. We're going to get this together. We're going to get this right. Okay? I'm experiencing the drift. So likely I should be parenting something to something. I should be parenting something to something. Maybe if I parent the plane to the camera, I'll try this again. Keep transform. Possibly could be the issue. Or another thing that I learned yesterday too is that projecting it onto geometry rather than just bringing it in an actual plane. So let's try that. Let's delete this. Let's delete this and let's actually project it onto some geometry. So we'll recreate the scene. I'm gonna just toggle that off so I can't select it. But we're gonna rebuild the scene based off of the tracking markers, which is something, it makes sense to do that because why would I even bring the tracking markers in if I wasn't gonna use them, right? So duh, let's try to project this and we'll do it the Ian Hubert way. You will use the Ian Hubert method. So what Ian does is he'll grab a cube, he deletes one vertex on the left, he selects all the vertices, he rotates, and basically this becomes like his domain where his live action footage is projected onto. We can Y, move it back on the Y axis. Let's just kind of see like where, rotate a little bit. Let's kind of, we don't want to widen it out too much, but we can also lengthen it out so we can create a bigger floor. So I'll grab this and I'll bring this out like that. Maybe you can grab this angle, bring it out a little bit, grab this angle, bring it out a little bit, and then we'll take the whole thing and we'll subdivide it. Then we'll go over to modifier and we'll go to subdivision surface modifier, simple, tab out and apply. Uh-oh, modifier disabled. Oh, I'm in 5.0. I'm in 5.0. I don't think I have to do this in 5.0. You don't have to add a subdivision surface modifier in 5.0. I could be, I think I'm right. I think I'm right. I don't have to add a subdivision surface modifier in 5.0. Anyway, back to projecting the footage. Let's do one thing here. No, let's not do that. Let's go back to, let's tab back into the edit mode because I forgot to do one thing. And how can we do this? We'll select all those. Select all. Select all these on this side. If I just select all these on this side, just these. I don't want nothing else. Oh, I'm holding the wrong button. Crap. If I just select these all on this side, and then just move these over just a tad bit, just kind of space it out. How would they know? How would they ever know? Right? Especially what I'm about to do. How would they ever know? I just want to make sure that these edges don't, the camera doesn't come outside these edges. So it does on this side a little bit. How would they know? Uh-oh. How would they know? All right. So does it come outside the edges? The top just a little bit. GZ. All right, all right, all right. Here just a little bit. We'll grab this again. Just this side, GX. Okay. And then we come in. Now this is definitely way more sloppy. This is way sloppier than Ian's. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. Anyway, tab, and then we're gonna go into the shader editor for this. I gotta give it a material first. Let me give it a material, and the material that I'm gonna give it, of course, is gonna be my image sequence, which I'm gonna take the color and plug it into the color. I'm gonna open that file up. Motorcycle scene, alpha, and 551, cyclic auto refresh sRGB, and clip, because we don't want it to repeat. All right. Also, we want this to emit so we can actually see the footage, and alpha. Now you're like, oh, this is sideways. You're gonna have to go to the UV editor. No, we won't. We go to the camera project node from the camera project node is gonna be, where is it? The camera project node. Let me see. It's Compify. It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Let me see. Huh. Camera project node. I had it. I definitely had it. 5.0, boy, I tell you. 5.0 is crazy. All right, watch this. Watch this. Copy objects. Copy objects. 4.5. And this is something I learned a while ago too, is that you can actually paste between blenders. That was new to me. That was new to me. And we're going to, uh-oh, one thing I forgot. Let me open that back up. I know I got to auto save. I forgot to get the camera. We forgot to get the camera. Now, let me get the camera back. Open recent, nope, recover, auto save. Today, 11/26. cover, autosave, 1125. There we go. Let's get this camera back. I forgot, I gotta copy all objects. Copy objects, 4.5, paste objects. All right, cool. And my camera's still moving and all of that, so cool, we good. All right. Now in 4.5, I know for a fact I have this right here, camera project node group. Oh wait, y'all can't see. I'm tripping. All right, let me move this out the way. Y'all can't see. Wow, I didn't know that. Let me like that. Get myself out the way a little bit. Y'all couldn't see that. This button right here is what we were looking for in 5.0. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. So we're going to use that camera project node group. This is the main camera. And basically what this is going to tell that camera is project that footage onto the geometry the way that it was actually shot. So if I go to the shader editor, and we're talking about this right here, and then we do right click, it's not right click, it's shift A, group, camera project 3D, plug the vector into the vector, bam. Bam! Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Now that footage is projected onto the geometry. The only issue is, I think it's this light. Is it this light? Would it be this light that's the issue? Yep, the light was the issue. And another thing that I could do is I can go into edit mode, select all, and then we've already subdivided. I want to get this crease out of here. So I would select straight across here. B, no, it's not B for bevel. It's forget what it's called. Is it Control B? Is it Control B? Yeah, Control B. Good old Control B. Smooth some stuff out. Smooth some stuff out. Kind of get rid of that line a little bit. Let's see if we can get even further. Shade smooth. Shade auto smooth. Shade it smooth again. Smooth it out. All right. All right, now that footage is not going anywhere. That footage is not going anywhere. So 551 frames. Go to the timeline. Go to the timeline and make sure that we're at 551 frames and let that play through. Now I shouldn't have to worry about anything moving, because if I bring in the bike and sit the bike like right over there, now it's not footage moving, it's the camera projecting from its viewpoint using that camera projector node. So if I bring in, if I go to assets, if I bring in go play outside, which this should work. Now this should work. Yes, part 3, Nickies. Part 3. This should work. So yeah. Yeah, Nickies. I forgot the camera focal length. He said, "What's up, chat?" He said, "What's up, chat?" The camera focal length yesterday was supposed to be, it was supposed to match exactly the export that we had from Fusion if we were going to use that camera track, and I didn't do that. Also, today what we're doing different is we're projecting the footage onto geometry rather than bringing in an image plane. So hopefully this works. So projecting the footage onto geo, from the camera's angle using the camera project node group from Ian Hubert. And we are going to try to get this working, because it must be done today. Sound like some superhero or some villain from a movie. It must be done today. It must. GZ. Are we in cycles? We need to be in EV. All right. GY. Okay. Rotate on the Z. If I get this, y'all, I'm finna be so excited. You have no idea. Let's see. See what we got. We projecting from the camera's angle. Playing. Right here. Let's swing that to where it intersects, because it is an alpha. Does have an alpha channel. So GX, size it up. GZ, GY, size it up some more. All right, y'all. Pray for me. Oh, it still don't work. It still does not work. Ah, man, it still does not work. We projected it and it still does not work. What in the world? What in the world? Control P, keep transform. Maybe if we parent the camera to parent the bike to the camera. I don't know at this point. This is beyond me. This is beyond me. I obviously don't know enough. Yeah, I obviously don't know enough. I don't know what it is. What is that? Like, why? It's parallax. That's parallax. It's called parallax. Why am I dealing with parallax in footage? Parallax. It's projecting. I've projected the footage. I've projected the footage. I've projected the footage. Huh. I've projected the footage. I'm lost. But we're going to figure it out. It has to get figured out today. I'm not going to lie to you. We got to figure this out. So, the camera moved in 3D space. I got an idea. I'm going to parent that bike to one of these points, one of these tracking markers. What tracking marker is this? What tracking marker is this? I think I might have tried this to a certain degree yesterday, but I'm definitely going to get this right today. 65. So we're going to Alt P, clear parent, and then we're going to select the bike, and then tracking marker 65, Control P, object, keep. Do I want to keep the transform? No, just object. Let me see. Control P, keep transform. No. Okay. It would be constraints, copy, scale, target, I think I did that backwards. Okay, y'all. This is part 3. We're gonna figure it out though. It's gonna get figured out today. Either way it goes. So usually the last thing that you select is ends up being like the parent or something like that, right? So let me see. Boom. Is it in the scene collection? Was that an issue? No, that's still a thing. That's still a thing. Okay. So 65. Control P. Object constraint. Copy scale. Target. No? Okay. Target. 65. Yeah, this is odd to me. We got 3 viewers. They said, "Yep, you ain't get it. Yeah, you ain't get it. We out of here." It's all right. It's all good, chat. It's all good. We gonna get it. GY. See, that scoop back right there, that scoop back, and then the parallax. I'm off the bike. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, we gonna get this. We gonna get this. Let's see. I'm gonna look up something. I want to see. You're supposed to parent something to something. Copy the location, rotation, and data. I'm sorry, location, rotation, and scale data. Wait, this is the empty? Is this an empty? What is lattice? What is the lattice for? What does that do? Oh, that's a part. It's a part. There has to be, there's no empty control in this. This is just the engine, the Bezier curve. What is the Bezier curve for? Huh. So is the Bezier curve, what modifiers are on here? Hook empty. So these are empties. So what if I do Alt P, clear parent, make sure I don't have any constraints on that. Alright, what if I use the Bezier curve with its empties and I parent that Bezier curve with its empties to the camera? What happens there? Same thing, same thing. I'm almost thinking at this point, just keyframe the bike. Just keyframe it. Slide it back. Because even projecting this footage, projecting the footage, and even that didn't work. It's parallax, man. Parallax. Armature. Location XY didn't change. Let me see. So the camera's moving. The bike is stationary. So it would make sense to me that you're supposed to parent the bike to the camera, but I've already done that and it didn't work. All right. So, all right. Instead of trying to figure that out here, once again, this is where I look it up. Okay. So let's say Copilot. Let's talk to Copilot again. Let's talk to Copilot. Projected footage onto Geo. I'm dealing with parallax between the geometry, geo footage, and the 3D object. What am I missing? What am I missing? Projected textures behaving like they're stuck to the camera, which your projection setup is not using the same camera position, rotation, field of view as the lens shift sensor scale. Your projection setup. I didn't mean to do that. Escape. Copilot. Your projection setup. If the projection camera and the render camera don't match perfectly, the projection will slide across the geometry as the camera moves, which is the parallax you're seeing. You're projecting from a different camera than the tracked camera. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Your tracked camera scale is wrong. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's at 21.45. And in Blender, I'm sorry, in Fusion, it's 21.45. I even refined the focal length when I tracked it. So yeah, no, it's definitely not. I enabled lens parameters. Your geometry doesn't match real world shape. If your geo is too flat, too low poly, no, that's not it either. You're projecting from the wrong frame, that's not it either. Camera was exported from Fusion. Okay. What to do in Blender? Select the camera object properties, scale, normalize it 1:1:1. Then scale your scene, not the camera, until the camera motion matches real world properties. Okay, in Blender, select the camera, go to Object Properties, Scale, normalize it to 1:1:1. Object Properties, Scale. It is 1:1:1, goofy. Fusion's exported camera often has hidden transform offsets. If the camera has a parent, a bake transform, a pivot offset, a non-zero rotation order mismatch, your projection will slide. So when we export, let's see, when we export it to FBX, we exported the geometry, the render range. What is reduce constant keys? I don't know. Let's control shift. No. Control shift. Whatever. File per frame, render range, geo, lights. I don't think that's the right answer either. I don't think that's the right answer. You must project from the Fusion camera, not the render camera. I know I'm close. I don't need them to tell me I'm close. I know I'm close. It's just this one thing that I can't get. It's a parallax. In Fusion, I rendered the cam out with geo, lights, cameras. I pressed M. Cameras and render range. Also reduced, god dang it, reduced constant keys. Fusion bakes the entire scene into a unitless coordinate system. So it shouldn't be FBX is what it's telling me? Only the camera and the trackers, not the whole scene. The camera's animation, the correct field of view, and the correct frame range. Not the geo, not the lights. That didn't matter. I deleted that anyway. Yeah, Nicky's, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Why the geo from Fusion breaks projection? I didn't use the geo from Fusion. Clean the workflow. Re-export. It says use FBX or Albimic. I didn't know you can export the camera from Fusion as Albimic. I didn't know you could export the camera from Fusion as Albimic. Yeah, there's no way you can export that as an Albimic file. There's no ABC. There is no ABC. Ah, man. Yesterday, another thing that they were talking about was baking the actual camera motion, which was something else that I tried. Select the camera. What's that? Okay, I don't know what that is. Motion paths and range. It just scoots back, man. It just scoots back every time. Scoots back every time. Well, I'm here to figure this out. I'm not here to play with it. We got to figure this out. So, scene, simulation range. I don't even know if this is gonna have any effect on anything, but It's got to be scale, though. It has to be the scale issue. It has to be the scale issue. Has to be the scale issue, because there's no possible way. Camera. What? Why is the okay, I was about to say. Okay, that was the wrong camera. I was going to say. We did that yesterday. Real world scale. Another thing they said do yesterday was import a human. So if we go to bring in a human, I don't think that's real world scale. That one's not real world scale. Oh my God. Blender. Stop it. There's a guy I got in here that's real world scale. And I know for a fact that whatever I'm missing is something small. And that's why I'm gonna celebrate so crazy when I figure this out, man. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Wait till I figure this out. Let me see. I wonder what, I forget the name of the man. And we're supposed to be appending and reusing data. Low Man, that was his name. Low Man. All right, let's get him in here and rotate on the Z-axis. Something real world scale, right? So GY real world scale. He's not even on the plane. Rotate on the x-axis 90 degrees. Create a plane. See if his feet touch the ground, which they don't. GZ. GY. So this should let me know that scale isn't the issue either, because this is scaled correctly. This is a real. So humans, that's the human scale. Little things like this. It'd be the things like this that will knock you off your square. Let me get a reset. Let me get a reset. We're gonna play a little music. Let me get a reset. Yeah, I'm going silent for a second, y'all. I gotta pay attention. I gotta try to get this. So I'm gonna leave that music playing in the background, and yeah, we're gonna should have played again. Yeah, it's gonna play again. All right. Bring in my alpha. I might as well actually play the real song. That would make sense. Image planes. And if I were to that's the origin. Blender, blender, blender. That was an empty right there. All right. So man. How do I stop the parallax on this? I'm gonna try something different. Y'all. Cause obviously this ain't working for the boy. So try something different. I'm gonna try something completely different. What I'm gonna try is gonna bring that in here. Delete the human, delete the helmet. And we are going to try to export this to Fusion using USD. I'm gonna try this. U-loader. And I've never worked with USDs, but this will be a first because Nikki's, I feel you, brother. Appreciate you. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it. Key meaning of learning out loud, man. Ah, crash. Key meaning of learning out loud, brother. Learning out loud. All right, so we have a shift space U loader. Oops, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Let me see. This PC. U loader. I think I'm supposed to have a UCam in there too. Fusion, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Fusion. I'm having the worst of a time. No, I'm not. This is actually fun to me. I'm not having the worst of a time. I just haven't figured it out yet. I'm definitely going to, though. Batch mode, collection. Vertex colors, sRGB, that's fine. Did it not export? Oh. Crazy work. Crazy work. It's good old Casey Ferris. He's gonna get us to get this FBX into Blender the proper way. Good old Casey Ferris.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm keeping this entire stint here in the Fusion page. I'll go scene.fbx and hit export FBX. And we'll just call the screen share scene.fbx and hit export FBX. Now let's make a new Fusion composition here in Resolve. And here in the Fusion page, I'll go up to Fusion, import FBX scene, and
Gotcha. Gotcha. So it's not FBX Mesh 3D. Fusion, import FBX scene. This PC, D. I think root node? What is root node? took the camera again. I don't need the camera.
And select that FBX scene that I exported and open. That's going to come up with this FBX importer tab. And sure, let's go ahead and open everything. I'll hit OK. And that will make a butt ton of nodes. If I hit 2 on the keyboard with our merge 3D2 and zoom out a lot because it comes in gigantic, we can see we have our mesh. How we do it. Make sure you don't have anything selected inside of Blender. Go up here to File, and let's say Export FBX.
Blender, stop it. Stop it, Blender, man. Then it starts to export there, but it's crazy. It freezes. It's like it's freezing. I hear the GPU's going. Shout out to Casey Ferris though, man. Like Fusion, like he's a guru. Fusion guru for sure. Hasn't exported yet. Spinning cogwheel. Y'all, this is bananas. This is bananas. This is bananas. Okay. Should be able to import now. Import scene. There we go. FBX. Okay. I feel like there's like one simple step that I'm missing. Not gonna lie. I don't feel like there's like 50 different steps that I forgot to do. I think it's just like 1 or 2 different things that. Golly, he said he's gonna give you a butt ton of nodes. He was not lying. What in the world? What am I supposed to do with all these? Crazy. Oh yeah, what in the world? Whoa, okay. Bet. We're gonna move these. All the way over here. So that way when I import the FBX scene. We got 5 people in the chat. Shout out to y'all 5. Y'all holding me down over here on YouTube. I can't see what's going on over on Twitch. Matter of fact, maybe I should load up Twitch so I can kind of see what's going on over there. What? Somebody playing the game. Reload the player. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's still okay. All right. All right, so I'm gonna create a new fusion composition. Go into that, and I will try to bring that in here. But it's a lot of nodes. That's a lot of nodes. Spinning cogwheel. Okay. Now let's select. Let's see what case it is after that.
Here in the Fusion page, I'll go up. This is because sometimes there's a little error that has to do with the far and near clip plane of the camera. So if we select camera and need those, I'm just tab, and sure, let's go ahead and open everything. I'll hit OK. And that will make a butt ton of nodes. If I hit 2 on the keyboard with our merge 3D2,
gave me way more nodes. Well, and it is coming from Blender, so. Yeah, and yeah, this is insane. What in the world? This is what it looks like when you bring in a FBX from Blender into Fusion. They got the materials like, oh yeah. Tried to, yeah, gave up on that real quick. Thought I was gonna bring that into Fusion. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. So, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna have to figure this out again. I have to figure it out. I don't really. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because if we, can you export? No, USD doesn't come over with textures, I don't think.
Blender will never be industry standard, be fully integrated yet. Now, I say that with a caveat. Frame Store is able to use it.
Alright, let's try to get... We just gotta figure this out, man. This is crazy. I am wrecking my brain trying to figure this out. Wrecking my brain. Wrecking my brain trying to figure this out, y'all. Brain is fried again. Again. Shift space, FBX, exporter, add, because I deleted the other one. So, y'all gonna see what it's like though. Y'all gonna see what it's like though to finally get something and not like really give up on that. Like, man, when I get this, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, when I get this, I'm not worried about like how it looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he struggled with getting this for like, 15, 20 hours. Like, I'm not worried about how it looks. My thing is I want it to be, I want to get it. I want to get it. So where is, this is how you know my brain is fried. This PC. There we go. All right, where is Copilot? I want to ask Copilot something real quick about the constant keys. Exporting from Fusion to Blender. What is reduce constant keys for FBX? What is that? What is that? It removes redundant keyframes. You need every keyframe preserve your exporting motion capture like data with tiny variations. Yeah, like camera data, right? You're debugging a camera solve and want raw data. All right, file per frame, no animation, render range. Don't need the lights, I don't have that. Do I need Geo? We'll see. We'll see. Fusion, show toolbar, render all savers. Here we go again, chat. Here we go again. We had a bunch of people in here earlier. We got 4 people in here now. When I get this, when I put what's in my head onto this screen and it actually works, watch how them views go back up. Watch how them views go back up. Watch how they go back up. And oh boy, am I gonna be celebrating. I'm gonna be celebrating because getting this to do what it does, it's gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be an awesome time. All right, let's go to Blender, import FBX, cam, I'm gonna scale it by 150. Apply transform. Warning, experimental option known to be broken with armature animations. Huh. Known to be broken with armature animations. That's crazy. Okay. Let's get that ground plane out of there. We can project the footage onto that by going to shader editor, input, texture, image sequence, D, scene. Phone came back on. Boom. Boom. Alpha. Cyclic auto refresh clip. sRGB, GPU, experimental. And we'll go to the camera. New camera project node group. Back to this. Shift A. Group. Camera project. Vector. Bow. So that's there. Timeline. 51. Go to the world. Give it a little bit of light. Need something so I can see. Okay, that's my ground. Where is the plane that I'm looking at this projected onto? I know that's not background images. What? 21.45. My bad, y'all. I got text messages. $21.45. All right, so the projection is all the way out here. So that means that this needs to be all the way out here and scaled up tremendously. We can go the other way. Scaled up tremendously. Scale up tremendously. Click this camera. Let me get that view up. Let's see. I thought you had left, Nickies. It's all good, brother. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed about how long it's taken me. I'm more so embarrassed about, like, I should know what the problem is. I should know what that is. I'm not even embarrassed that I don't know what it is. It's just that I should know what it is. That's what I mean by that. I should know what the issue is. And I don't. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. And that's my issue. If I control P, Object. Project from the camera. But you know what? What's crazy is looking at it from another camera angle. Where we at? Let's back out. If I travel all the way over here, because that's projected, I should still see it, right? I feel like I should if it's projected. Camera. If I'm looking at it from another camera, instead of the one that's moving, what does that do for me? Huh. That's interesting. So if I Alt-P, clear parent, and go to timeline, and parent, let me see something. It doesn't work from that camera perspective, but does it work from, because wait, why is this parented to that? No, Control P, I mean Alt P, this shouldn't be Alt P, clear parent. Shouldn't be parented to anything. That's a scale thing, bro. I don't know. That's a scale thing, though. Perspective. What's the field of view? Does it show the field of view on here? No. Remove or adjust specific nodes in a material shader tree. Drifting in Blender camera tracking is often seen. Objects floating, sensor fit, requiring sensor fit, horizontal or insufficient, poorly track points, sensor fit. What's my sensor? My sensor on this. Well, there. First of all, my sensor fit is what? What is my sensor? And what if we slow that down to 23.98? What happens? Nothing. I'm just trying stuff at this point. At this point, I'm just trying stuff. I don't know what the answer is. I have no idea what it is. Transform. Man, I'm lost. I'm lost, y'all. It is what it is. Add more tracks to improve parallax. Aspect ratio. Aspect ratio. But my aspect ratio was exported as 1920 by 1080, right? (1920 by 1080). The actual aspect ratio of the footage was Huh. Yeah, that didn't change nothing either. It doesn't matter. And I've already tried to camera track this in Blender. That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. Tried that. Guess technically speaking, we could try it again. Just technically speaking. Reset. I need to reset. So if doing this way, tracking in here doesn't get it, I don't know what will. I don't know what will, I ain't gonna lie. I've never worked on a shot this long in my life. I've never worked on a shot this long in my life. I thought I clicked filter. I didn't click filter. I don't want to delete them. Yeah. This shot is done. This shot is done for. Let's add back in a second delta key here. Too, that's an issue. Let me see. How can I get that out of there afterwards? Let's see. I add all that to the magic mask, then it should be easier to track in Blender because I'll still have those tracking points. Which would be huge for me. Because I would still have the tracking markers. Would still have the tracking markers. Ah, man. This project is definitely a test of patience. Definitely a test of patience. Did I just not get this? I thought I got this. Maybe faster will work just fine in this situation. Yeah, y'all, this one has been a test of patience. I've not been tested this much by a shot in a very long time. Very, very long time. Camera tracking issues, animation and rigging, motion tracking, slipping, many more issues. Focal length. It may be the lens issue, of course. Try enable refining optical center and distortion. Also entering your keyframes instead of suggesting ones. For keyframes, choose 2 frames with maximum shift on the camera. Oh. If your footage is vertical or shot with a smartphone, which it wasn't. Sensor auto. Camera type. Let me see this. Because it was shot on Well, that's sensor size, so I mean, of course, that's fine. But the dimensions that it was shot on was 3.2 open gate. All right, cool. So this is done. If I were to invert this and of course erode, now export this. Delete this, reopen here like that. And grab these. We will select all, X. Let me go set scene frames prefetch. And we're in sRGB. Let's try now. Let's try now. Yeah, let's try now. Let's try now. Let's try tracking in Blender now. All right. If we clean up the tracks, actually we'll filter the tracks. No, we're gonna clean them. It's better to clean them. That looked pretty clean to me. I wonder what they're gonna give me. Selecting keyframes. .14. Huh. And it's all the way through. Did you make sure your speed matches? So when you render out EXRs, they're not tied to a frame rate. That's the dope thing about rendering out EXR sequences, is that they're not tied to frame rates. So I mean, yes, that's definitely something that I want to make sure that I do for sure. Like it was a 21.45 for the focal length, but it's gonna refine the focal length anyway. So for right now, what I'm doing is I'm tracking this in Blender, and we're gonna see if, you know, if it gets any better. If it gets any better. So if we clean tracks, any reprojection errors above 2. And it's off. Or 1.3 and it's off. Ooh, we getting there. 1.89. Oh, but it stopped. Okay, it stopped there in the middle. So let's go back and let's try a filter. Cut out the filter. It's not gonna work. I can't get that. Yeah, messed that up. Focal length, optical center, radial distortion. Okay, I got another option. The other option is going to be by going to layout, going here, and if we use camera tracker, it has to be on my C drive. So I've been through pretty much every camera tracker that you can honestly think of with this scene. So it's like at this point, I'm like, yo, whatever works is what we're using. Whatever works. So let me put this on my C drive. At this point, whatever works. Has an alpha. Undistorted. Does it shake a little bit? Not that much. CUDA and run tracker. Cold map. This is called cold map tracking. So camera tracker V3. I think he has a V4 out too. But for now, anything that works. If it works, it works. If it works, it works. I will be utterly thankful. Python traceback on an index error. Debug products and true preferences. What? Creating covariant CPU feature. I don't know what any of this means. It's doing something. Camera tracker V3 is doing something. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what none of this means. It's yeah, point behind I don't know what yeah. I don't know what none of that means. I'm gonna get it off the screen though, just in case, you know, I don't know. Is it, you know, giving away my location? I don't know. It's terrible how long I've been working on this one shot. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. Trace back. Trace back. Try it in Blender 5. I think on Blender 5, I think I have his version 4 camera tracker. Yeah, V4. Directory, desktop, Blender track. There we go. Accept. All right, we do have use alpha of image sequence as a mask. Path contains invalid characters. How? Oh. No, accept. No? Huh? The heck? Yeah, y'all. Yeah, this is insane. We're frozen now. Delete them. Who cares? I have like this incredible like persistence when it comes down time to figure something out. Like I'm not gonna quit until I figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm not quitting until I figure it out. Desktop, Blender track, accept. Accept. What is going on here? Edit preferences. Oh, not extensions. Add-ons. Camera tracker V. Okay, policy violations, huh? Gotta install these C++ distributables that I swear I already have them. Maybe there's other elements that I need to add. All right, that finished. And restart Blender. Save. Don't save. Just restart Blender. Honestly though, can't be mad because this is all. This is it. This is what it takes. This is what it takes. Alpha. So it's reading something. Well, I thought it says bitmap error, but I don't know what none of this means. I just know that with all these errors, how could it work? How could it work with all these errors? Yeah, trace back. Knew that was gonna happen. Trace back. Edit preferences. Camera tracker. Like, I haven't even given this stuff a path yet, and it says path contains invalid characters. What path? List index is out of range. So cold map ain't it either. Cold map ain't it either. I'm about to get ready to go to the gym. I'm not upset that I didn't get it, but it's time to go get some exercise, recalibrate, and I don't know. Recalibrate. Time to recalibrate, y'all, because this wasn't it. This was not the wave. Let's try this. D, motorcycle scene. Sequence needs to be on C drive. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that real quick. D3D track scene to the desktop. Mask actors, high quality. Debug products is not set to true, and then it crashes. Debug products, it's not set to true. When I tell you that nothing has worked, wow, absolutely nothing has worked. Preferences. What? Where's debugging? If I remember correctly. Yikes. Debugging. Let me move this real quick. Alright, yeah, that didn't work either, so cool. I don't know what to tell it. Frustration at its finest, y'all. Frustration at its finest. Running the human segmentation model. Nikki's, you might as well have just had fun doing what you was doing, brother, because now I'm in Coal Map, and yeah, I'm trying to track with Coal Map. None of it is working, so I don't know, brother. I'm about to go to the gym. So at the end of the day, like, all of this is just like trash to me. This is a very, very, I guess this must be one of the most complex scenes known to man. I've never in my life had such issues with a camera track ever. Ever. It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. We tried Coal Map. We tried tracking in Fusion. I even brought back the track for Blender. Masked out the blue screen, left the X's on the green screen. Oh, brother, this is crazy. We got the mask here. See if I could add my own markers. High contrast spots, right? High contrast spots. That's a good one. We only need 3, right? That's a good one. 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 That might be able to work. So only one of those worked, and that was the yellow one? Okay. All right. So if that's the case, if that yellow one worked, then no pain, no gain, brother. No pain, no gain. But this is absolutely insane. Absolutely. Never in my life. Never in my life has a camera track taken so much. Never in my life. Can you hear me? We good? We good? We good? Yeah, as soon as I move that microphone, now I hear radio music again. Have no clue why. Don't ask me why. Detect some features. Let's detect some more. Why don't we? Appreciate it, man. Les Paul. All right, let's see what we get. Let's just go to solve, keyframe, focal length, optical center, radial distortion, solve. Let's just see what it gives us. See console for details. .50. Failed to reconstruct some areas. Where did it fail to reconstruct? Okay, towards the... Okay. Let's detect some and move forward. Move backward. So much for only needing 3 camera trackers, man. Like, and that's the truth. You like, it's literally set up to only need 3 camera trackers in order to, you know, get you a good solve. But I don't know. Maybe the way I shot this was wrong. That's what I'm starting to think. The way that I shot this was wrong. I had the tracking markers on the back of the green screen and everything. But I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, something that I did was wrong. I shot open gate 3-2. For sure, man. Open gate 3-2. Let's see. All right, let's clean them up. We'll filter tracks. Try to solve, see what we get. Failed to reconstruct. Terrible. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Anything with high reprojection errors, we want to delete. See if it'll give us something now. Set your aspect ratio. So what is it, like 1620 by 1080? Since it's square? Yeah, I guess that would be it. 1620 by 1080. We were at 29.97. Yeah. I don't even think it matters anymore, I ain't gonna lie. Detect features. Switch it to affine maybe? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm actually lost for words. All backwards. All. Shift Control T backwards. Like, if you look at these, I tried that. So watch. I tried that. If I go to tracking markers that it would actually pick up, right? Here's one. Add. Let's see. Let's find some good ones. I would think maybe 2 there. It's kind of close to the leg. I know this one is good. Add. Add one here. Do one at a time. Okay. That's something I didn't try. That's something I did not try. Control T. Pretty good track. Pretty good track on that one. All right. Now let's go back. We started here. And let's do this one. Pretty good track. At this point, we need one more. Let's see. do the second one on the ground right here. And track. That one actually lasted pretty long too. All right, so now the green is showing. Let's see. Sorry, to here. 3 is for a 2D track in Blender. This one came off. Let's put him right there. My foot crosses that one. I don't know if I should have used that. Look at my son in the corner. That's crazy. Add. Let's do another one. And why did that one not stay? Oh, it did stay. He said, "Cool son." Thanks, man. I'm not at all. Add. Let's try here. Come on. Yeah. So what I got? 2 going forward. These aren't turning out to be good tracks right here. These are turning out to be terrible. Like the ones that I put on the X's, they're turning out to be terrible. Add. See if that'll work like that. Only one of those worked. Yep, only one of those worked. So I'll delete 1, 2, and 3. And let's try this one again. Uh-oh. Man, where was I at when I added it? Here, just track it. Maybe it'll land where it's supposed to land. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, and yeah, one of those worked. No, send me an invite. Send me an invite, brother, cause goodness, send me an invite. All right, let's just see what we can get. My brain is fried. I'm definitely not. Yeah, brain is frazzled. Soft camera motion. Whatever. Yeah, some data failed to reconstruct. Yeah, man. Yeah. This stuff is stupid. I'll be back. I'm going to the gym. I got to get some exercise in because this is the dumbest thing ever known to man. This is the absolute dumbest thing ever known to man. Why is this shot acting like that? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea why this shot is acting like that. I've tried to manual track. I've tried to auto track. Shift Control T to go backwards. I've done all the tracking that one could track. Yeah, man, gotta go to the gym, bro. Gotta get up out of here. Shift Control T. Oh, got the invite. Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet. Let me go to that now and jump in. I gotta sign in. Boom. Boom. Rescan. Okay, I scanned like 5 times. All right, there we go. I'm in on desktop. Sweet. Sweet, I'm in. That's sweet, man. They got resolve stuff. Sweet. 1.25 thousand members. I'm in. But as far as this goes, man, yeah, this is cooked. This is cooked. I'm gonna have to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've tried everything. I've tried the albumic from SynthEyes. It didn't move. I've tried to camera track here. It's not working. I've camera tracked in DaVinci Resolve. it's not working. So it's like, it has to be the way that I shot this. Has to be the way that I shot this. Has to be. Because even for cold map not to be working. And we all know cold map is, yeah, that's your CPU all day. That's not even GPU tracking. That's your CPU all day long. So for cold map not to be working, it's like, man, what are we doing here? V3 sequence directory, desktop, B3D track scene, no, Blender track, accept, alpha, undistorted, densify, medium well, CUDA, and run tracker. All errors. All errors. All errors. All errors. Not even cold map works. So yep, all errors. Python trace back everything. So yep, I'm off. I've failed to get this shot again. I might get back on later after the gym. But yeah. The most frustrating shot. The most frustrating shot. All right, Nickies. Talk to you later. Hey man, I'm definitely, you know what, while I'm offline, I'm definitely gonna get that subscription to Synthesize again, because that, yeah. Synthesize, it was easy. Synthesize, it was easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get that subscription, so that way when I jump back on, we can figure this out. But yeah, man. All right, I'll get on you guys later. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure it out later today. All right, it's Leon. You know me.